Hi, I'm Judge Penny Wolfgang. The upcoming Shea's 710 theater season has been announced, with collaborations with MusicalFare and other production partners. We'll find out what's on stage. We'll meet all the VIPs at the recent 92nd birthday bash for our friend Russell Salvatore. And our hometown camera was in North Tonawanda for the Dingus Day celebration, right here, right now, on The Big Picture. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the program. This past week, tens of millions of people across the world have been mourning the loss of Pope Francis, the humble and progressive leader of the Catholic Church. So we'll start there on this busy edition of The Big Picture, and I get to welcome in my dear friend John DiSciullo. John, it's a pleasure to have you. You know I love it when we get to co-host together.
I appreciate
and have our host chat. But I am sorry that we have to start with such a sad subject.
Well, it's been quite a week here, Judge, across the world, and now that people are going through the mourning process, the next piece of it is when all the cardinals get together to select the next pope. And I think, just judging by social media and how the world has reacted to Pope Francis, he was a very progressive leader and moved the church into places that they may not have been comfortable with, but he was very comfortable to do that. And he's a world leader, in addition to being the leader of the Roman Catholic Church. So the selection process will be very interesting to see. And we had a comment, you had a comment earlier before we were recording, where he's selected from is significant.
The country of origin, yes, because he has such a big effect, whoever the Pope may be, on the whole world affairs, current affairs, international affairs. It's not just he's not just the religious figure. He is very influential, whoever it may be.
Yeah, and say what you will about the Catholic Church, they've certainly had their fill of scandals, which are very unfortunate. So the leader of the Catholic Church has to be somebody who's able to handle the controversies. And Pope Francis did that pretty aggressively with talking to the media, open for interviews. And I think it's very profound that he made it right up to Easter, the holiest day in the Christian calendar.
That was amazing. I think so many people were so shocked when they saw him celebrating Easter, and then he woke up the next morning, and it was shocking that he had passed away.
Yeah. So we'll see how this plays out. We certainly, as a Roman Catholic myself, we all look forward to seeing how this process will play out. And we join the world in mourning him. He was a very humble man. He did not want any accolades. He did not like the spotlight. He lived in the suite, not in the palace. And, he shunned a lot of the accoutrement that went with being the Pope. So the next Pope, whoever that may be, has big shoes to fill.
I was just going to say, has big shoes to follow, exactly, yeah. Right?
But you've been on the move in these last couple of weeks, with the hometown camera, and recently you went to one of your favorite places.
The theater.
Yes.
I love the theater. Every theater, from Shea's all the way to our smallest but we did have an opportunity, which was really fun, to go to Shea's 710 and to find out about all of the renovations that they're making, all the improvements that they're making, and what their new season is going to be. And it's very exciting, and I think not only I am looking forward to it, but I'm especially all of us looking forward to the improvements that they're going to make right there on Main Street and right in the center of the theater district. It's going to be very, very different, and it's going to be extraordinary.
Well, let's take a look at Judge's recent visit to Shea 710.
So this is another exciting, it seems like every week there's another exciting thing happening at Shea's or 710. But a lot of it, it has to do with you, of course, but a lot of it has to do with your vision, I think, for this downtown area in general.
Well, trying to, find a place where you can add value from somebody that's not of the theater. I had to, convince, our board, and John Dandy's, our board chair, was supportive from day one about expanding the vision for Shea's. I mean, Shea's is almost 100 years old. And the good thing is it's 100 years old. The bad thing is it's 100 years old. So what we also want to do is contribute to creating more what I refer to as pedestrian density in the theater district, because that's what's lacking when the theaters are not active. So if we can make the theater district a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week destination, it's good for all the businesses here that are closed right now, and they shouldn't be. They live because of Shea's, and they've acknowledged this to me in many, many circumstances. And we have an obligation to try to help influence a change in the business model so it's active all the time. So, it's about vision. It's about doing the hard work necessary to make that vision something real. And as you can see from our artistic concept of the new cabaret, this is producing results relatively quickly.
And also, I think it is, and you can speak about this better than I, a tourist attraction to bringing money and people from other places, new money, so to speak.
Yeah, well, and that's it's all about bringing net new money to downtown Buffalo. And when we have $100 million economic impact, we attract 350,000 people every year to the 3 venues. When we had the 3-week run of Lion King, 68,000 people came to the doors at Shea's, and they spent nearly $19 million after the ticket was purchased. So this is consumer spending that occurred during that 3-week period, and that's what keeps afloat and keeps vibrant all of the restaurants, of which there are over 130, according to Buffalo Place, 130 restaurants, taverns, and shops.
Well, break a leg. Am I supposed to say that just to the actors or to you too?
You can say that to me, too. I'll pass it on to the actors. Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Brian.
Good to see you.
Brandy, this vision of bringing the shows downtown, MusicFare, combining all of the construction or something, can you believe this is really happening?
Well, yeah, I almost have to, but yeah, it's thrilling. It's absolutely thrilling.
Do you feel like you're going to be able to draw? I mean, it's a great reach and very, very impressive that you're going to have an audience, twice or 3 times the size that you had out in Amherst?
Yes, but the shows we've done here in the past, when we've come down to do a single show at 710, we're actually budgeting a lower attendance level than those were, just by a little, because we're trying to be very conservative. But yeah, we're really looking forward to having even bigger audiences. And I will say it publicly right now, but when we have success, we will then add a 6th show to our week. So I'm already planning on that, because I really do think that this is going to take off.
We got the scoop right here on WBBZ. Talking about the season and the theater itself, what did you have envisioned when you put the season together for down here?
Well, we wanted something that would appeal to a wide range of audiences, and we wanted things that would be interesting and topical. Something like Come From Away that talks about the best of mankind coming together, and also our neighbors to the north and what great friends they really are. But then a holiday show like White Christmas that the whole family can come down here and enjoy. I mean, there was a time when people used to come to downtown Buffalo during the holidays all the time. So why not keep this going? I know Shea's Main Stage is also doing a holiday show, so I think that's an opportunity. And then, a Superstar that is running opens during Holy Week. Again, it's just all different experiences for our patrons.
Tell us about this cabaret.
So we will be doing performances after our Friday and Saturday night shows in this brand new cabaret, and it will be if you're attending the show at 710, or if you're attending a show down the street, or you're just walking on the block, you can walk in and listen to music, no cost. It's simply to get people to gather together and to celebrate music and theater and all the things that are so good about being down here in the theater district.
I can't wait. We're so excited. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Break a leg.
Thank you.
Lori, tell us about, we're here at the Fry Electric Company sponsored shows. Tell us how you and your family got interested in sponsoring such a wonderful group of shows here at the theater.
Well, actually, Kent and I met at a Shea's function. So our love for the theater was separate, but then it brought us together. So it has a special place in our heart to be involved with Shea's and 710 Main Street. We love to get involved in community activities to benefit the community and also the theater community as well. And it's just been our pleasure to be able to support efforts like this, and now with the expansion coming along, it's going to be even bigger and better and more exciting. And with the collaborations with Road Less Traveled and MusicalFare, it's just going to be a fabulous season to look forward to.
So, Judge, it was great that you were down there with the Brian Higgins, who's done such a great job transforming and moving everything forward for the theater district.
He's so progressive and he's so intelligent and smart. You can hear from his comments, and he has such a vision for everything he does, but especially for the whole downtown area, which was very exciting.
Well, we're very happy that we have a partnership at WBBZ with MusicalFare Theatre. We're hoping it expands to Shea 710 overall. But Randy Kramer, he brings together some very unique characteristics. He's not only a wonderful performer, he's an accomplished musician, but he's also a great businessman. He's been able to put MusicalFare Theatre together and last for decades, and they're going to be leaving their Damon College home. They were going to go, as maybe some of our viewers know, into a facility in Amherst, the old Westwood Country Club. That fell apart. So I think moving to the theater district and Shea 710 might actually be a better space for them, in that the theater itself can accommodate their level of production, accommodate a large audience, and that surrounding, the way the seating is, the old studio arena where you were going around the stage is very interesting.
Right. They have a name for it, but the thing about it is it's going to be bigger, and it's going to make a difference, which I think in our interviews we brought out, in the whole downtown, in the audience, where they're going to get the audience from, as it's going to be a bigger geographic area, so people can come, because it was, a small theater, it was in Amherst, which is fine, but this is going to open it up to a larger segment of the community.
Yeah, so we'll look forward to that, and we'll look forward to continuing the partnership with Shea 710.
If you'd like to know more about the season, go to their website, shays.org. We'll be right back.